was evicted when I was 14. We were kicked off the island. We couldn't live in Hawaii. Had no place to live.
So how do you make it in life? How do you overcome all the odds to achieve something? Dwayne Johnson said, "You've got to be the hardest worker in the room. If you are given the opportunity, don't fuck the opportunity is up." Something similar happened to Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. He became tired of not being number one. His life was riddled with obstacles and mishaps, and he simply grew tired. His family lost everything. Unable to cope with the stress, his mother tried to kill herself, while Dwayne struggled to follow his father's shadow. A strict father who wanted Dwayne to excel at any cost. From being cut from teams to not being drafted, Dwayne Johnson went through it all. And one day, he decided, it's enough.
I wish I had one more shot, just to lie.
This is the heart-wrenchingly beautiful story of Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Dwayne Douglas Johnson is the son of former professional wrestler Rocky Johnson. In WWE history, Dwayne's father was the first black tag team champion in 1983. Apart from that, Dwayne came from a rich ancestry of wrestlers. In 2008, he inducted his father and grandfather into the WWE Hall of Fame. As a child, Dwayne first started playing rugby. Later, at Freedom High School, Johnson initially struggled and fell into petty crimes of fighting, theft, and check fraud. By age 17, he was even arrested a few times. Freedom High's football coach, Jody Quick, saw something special in Johnson. One day, he came up to him in school and asked him to try out for the football team. Before Johnson knew it, he was playing defensive tackle for the team. That day, that moment, changed Dwayne's life. Slowly, Johnson also started taking an active part in Freedom High School's track and field and wrestling teams. By his senior year, Johnson had played 2 years of football, but was still offered a full athletic scholarship offer from the University of Miami. From here on out, a series of milestones began crowding Johnson's life. Dwayne Johnson started as a defensive tackle for the Miami Hurricanes. Just in his freshman year, Johnson won the national championship for the Miami Hurricanes. Despite this, throughout his college career, Johnson played in backup roles, overshadowed and overlooked because of future NFL star and Hall of Famer Warren Sapp. In 1995, Johnson finally graduated from the University of Miami with a Bachelor of General Studies and a dual major in criminology and physiology. Apart from football during this time, Dwayne Johnson found a unique talent that he did not know he had. He started being actively involved in the Miami area community as a student speaker, delivering positive messages about his struggles and encouraging students to stay in school and avoid the dangers of drug use. While things were just starting to look up, life kicked Johnson down again. Dwayne Johnson was not drafted by any professional NFL team. He had no choice but to pursue a career in the Canadian Football League, CFL, with the Calgary Stampeders. He transitioned from defensive tackle to linebacker, but was eventually cut from the team 2 months into Calgary's 1995 season. Johnson was down again, defeated from life. He called his father to come pick him up from Calgary after being cut. At 23 years of age, he moved back home. One day he was cleaning and he got a call to come back to Calgary Stampeders, but he refused because his gut told him to. His father was furious, telling him this was a mistake. And he asked Johnson what exactly he had planned for his life, and Johnson answered, wrestling. The very next year after being cut, Johnson officially began his wrestling career in 1996. Veteran wrestler Pat Patterson secured several tryout matches for Johnson with the World Wrestling Federation, WWF. Johnson first started fighting under his real name. He defeated the Brooklyn Brawler at a house show. It was after Johnson wrestled at Jerry Lawler's United States Wrestling Association under the name Flex Kavana and won the USWA Tag Team Championship twice with his partner Bart Sawyer in the summer of 1996 that Johnson was signed to a WWF contract. In the World Wrestling Federation, WWF, Johnson made his debut as Rocky Maivia, based on his father and grandfather's name. Despite his limited wrestling experience, he was pushed as a clean-cut face character and won the Intercontinental Championship from Hunter Hearst Helmsley in 1997. Johnson made his WrestleMania debut in 1997, successfully defending the Intercontinental Championship against the Sultan. After this, Johnson turned a heel from his previous image. He joined the Nation of Domination and started referring to himself as The Rock. This version of him frequently insulted the audience and other wrestlers in his promos. During this, he feuded with Stone Cold Steve Austin, Ken Shamrock, and others, and eventually took over leadership of the Nation of Domination. In 1998, Rock entered the Deadly Game tournament for the vacant WWE Championship and won it at Survivor Series. In an I Quit match against Mankind, Rock lost and regained the WWF Championship. The feud continued with Halftime Heat, an empty arena match. The Rock eventually lost the WWF Championship to Stone Cold Steve Austin at WrestleMania 15. By now, Rock was a fan favorite. Later in 1999, Rock formed the Rock and Sock Connection with Mankind and became WWF Tag Team Champions. In 2000, Rock then went on to win the Royal Rumble. In 2000, Rock had an explosive feud with Triple H and won his fourth WWF Championship at Backlash in April 2000, with assistance from Stone Cold Steve Austin. The very next night, he successfully defended his title against Shane McMahon in a steel cage match. Rock was a roll now. Just months later, in June 2000, The Rock won the WWF Championship for a fifth time by pinning Vince McMahon in a six-man tag team match. After this, he successfully defended the title against Chris Benoit at Fully Loaded, Kurt Angle, and Triple H at SummerSlam, and Benoit, Kane, and The Undertaker at Unforgiven. For a very brief period, The Rock held the WWF Tag Team Championship with The Undertaker in December 2000, but lost it the next night. Rock continued to feud with Kurt Angle over the WWF Championship, winning the title for the sixth time at No Way Out in February 2001. In 2001, in a winner-takes-all elimination tag team match at Survivor Series, Rock pinned Stone Cold Steve Austin in a one-on-one confrontation to secure the victory. In 2002, Rock returned to WWE and set up a match with Hulk Hogan at WrestleMania X8. Rock defeated Hogan in a roaring match. When WWE started the SmackDown brand, The Rock was the #1 overall pick. After this, Rock became the #1 contender for the WWE Undisputed Championship and won it for the 7th time at Vengeance, defeating Kurt Angle and The Undertaker. After yet another face-off with Hogan, Rock left WWE for a period and took steps to pursue his acting career. In 2003-04, Rock returned once again to settle the feud with Hogan at No Way Out. He even moved to the Raw brand for a series of new feuds. However, Rock's wrestling contract with WWE ended, and he decided to focus on his burgeoning acting career. Before departing, Rock had a final match with Mick Foley as part of a reunion of the Rock and Sock Connection. After this, Rock only gave non-wrestling appearances on WWE from 2007 to 2009. In 2009, Rock decided to appear for the World Extreme Wrestling WXW show in September to support Sarona Snuka's professional wrestling debut, the daughter of his friend Jimmy Snuka. In 2011, still a very popular wrestling figure, Rock was announced as the host of WrestleMania X7 and appeared on Raw in February 2011, starting an iconic feud with John Cena. At WrestleMania X7, The Rock opened the show and interfered in the main event, helping The Miz retain the WWE Championship by attacking Cena. In the following match, The Rock and Cena agreed to a match at WrestleMania X8 1 year in advance. However, at WrestleMania X8, The Rock defeated John Cena in the main event. It was after this match when Rock once again vowed to become WWE Champion. This led up to the Royal Rumble in 2013 for the WWE Championship. Rock announced that he would be participating. He confronted CM Punk, leading to their match at Royal Rumble, which The Rock won to become WWE Champion. The Rock even successfully defended the title against Punk at Elimination Chamber. After this, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson only made sporadic appearances on the wrestling platform. Most were non-wrestling appearances like anniversaries and comedic skits. However, in 2023, The Rock made a surprise return to SmackDown, his first televised appearance since 2019. The Rock took out Austin Theory during his return. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is now an acclaimed Hollywood star. He has become a household name for his impeccable acting in movies like The Mummy, Fast 5, G.I. Joe, and many more. In 2012, Johnson founded his production company, $7 Productions. No matter what you do in life, don't ever stop believing in yourself, just like The Rock. Listen to what your gut tells you because it is telling you the truth. This is the motivational journey of Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. What is your favorite rock movie of The Rock? Subscribe for more videos.